What's going on, everyone? So today I've got quite the little brew going with Governor Pryce. I know that when we went over this card, I was like a little lukewarm on it, but I think we can do some fun things with Pryce. So that's what we're here to do today. I've got a lot of new cards in this list that we get to play around with, and one card that I literally have yet to play whatsoever in any of my games ever, and it be good, and we're hoping that it'll be good be good today. A big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon, guys. We were memeing about Pryce a little bit when it came out, but maybe we got something brewing today that we could bring in and hopefully show up all the people, including myself, that were a little bit down on Pryce. So thank you for supporting the channel. But what do we got going on with Pryce? Well, guys, if you don't know what Pryce does, she's got this action: pay 1 to ready a token unit. Not incredibly powerful. There are a lot of ways to generate some tokens in the game with some units around, but a lot of those tokens are pretty weak. So the idea behind it is maybe we can generate like a spy or a TIE fighter token or something like that that is able to get pumped up with a pilot. That is kind of the idea. Something like a Darth Vader or a Dengar or, a wingman that's going to get an extra power that actually readying it up again is threatening. On the other note, she gets an extra power for every ready token unit on her flip side. So she's a 4/6, not that strong. So we got droid manufacturing, which doesn't do anything on the flip, right? Because it just creates 2 battle droids that are 1/1s that won't give her extra power. The idea here is, though, we flip Pryce and we play out like a Chancellor Palpatine as an example. And with Chancellor Palpatine, we get to go ahead and generate 2 spy tokens. So now, when we play Pryce, we get 2 spy tokens and 2 droid tokens, where if we ready up the next turn, we now have 4 tokens on the battlefield, making her an 8/6. That's kind of the thought process behind that. On top of that, we have a bunch of other random units that generate tokens. Things like Taylander Shuttle on attack, TIE Ambush Squadron on attack, or when played and when defeated. Kijimi Patrollers that generates a token, Wingman Victor 2 that generates a token, and probably my favorite card, and the card that I mentioned earlier that I've never actually gotten to work, Scramble Fighters. Now this one is actually sick. So let's say we go with the ideal curve. This is like the dream, okay? And you have to have your opponent not have anything. You're on turn 5, you've got Pryce. Maybe you ramped, you deploy Pryce, you get your Palpatine, you get Sentinels up with your spy tokens. They can't really interact with Pryce. Maybe they kill a spy token or 2, and she's left as maybe like a 4/6 or 5/6. You get an attack, you generate another spy token. Great. So now you're sitting, you get let's say 5/6. Let's be conservative here. 5/6 Pryce. You ready up the next turn, you play Scramble Fighters. That is 8 readied TIE Fighter tokens, making her into a 13/6. Boom, win the game. Do I think this is good? No. Do I think it's going to be absolutely fun? Heck yes. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Hopefully we can get some wins at least. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I have no idea what the plan is in terms of like dealing with some of the decks out there. But fingers crossed we get to do some sweet turns, and that's what we're here to do. I even have the Hondo in here in case we do go with like the Palpatine flip into next turn we play Hondo and every unit gets raid 1, like something cool like that. I don't know. Maybe we can do something cool. That's the thought. Let's see what we can do today. For our first game, it looks like we've got double Green Mothma. Man, that is a deck that I've really wanted to play. This hand is okay. We have the First Order TIE Fighter into Taylander Shuttle. Taylander Shuttle could be good, but I'm just not really excited about this, the rest of the cards. Now, this is a hand I really do like. I'm going to resource the Hondo, and I'll probably resource, honestly, the TIE Ambush Squadron. I'm just going to go with the Kijimi Patrollers, create a token. And then next turn, I'll go with the Taylander Shuttle, which is looking pretty good. ISB Shuttle and another Kijimi Patrollers. Okay. I think here I'm going to attack you with the Kijimi Patrollers, and we'll see what my opponent decides to do. They got Jar Jar. All right, we're going to play the Taylander Shuttle now. Let's see if they just claim. Okay, they don't, which means I'm going to claim so that we can create a spy token with this attack from the Taylander Shuttle. Ooh, Overwhelming Barrage is a nice pickup here. Okay, let's go Taylander Shuttle, attack, create a spy. A little bit worried because my opponent can get in a lot of damage here. Jar Jar getting in for, 4 damage with our base being 24 HP. It is a little bit worrying, okay? A little bit worrying. They're going to attack into the base. That is totally fine. Let's go ahead and I suppose we will just get in and attack in for 1 here. Do they kill off a unit? We will find out, because if we do, we go ISB shuttle plus the wingman. If they don't, we will go wingman with piloting over on the TIE fighter. And then we will play out the Kijimi patrollers. Yularen, nice, official. Mina Bonteri, yep. I mean, they're doing work here. We're going crazy here, but I mean, they're just gonna rush us down. This is what it kind of seems like here. Silencer coming in. Ooh, resupply is actually really good. Ooh, baby. Resupply can resupply. That is the difference maker, I think. That's gonna be a very powerful price here. A very powerful price. Okay, let's go resupply. Can we get there? We're gonna deploy Price. Create 2 battle droids. I'm liking our spot here. Let's get in for 8, create another token. I think I just claim. Well, no, I'm gonna attack in for 2. Cobb Vanth. All right, let's claim. This price is going to be massive. Well, they have another Jar Jar. Oh my gosh, that's so much damage. That is so much damage. Oh, Palpatine just 1 turn late. Oh, that's 11 powered Price. That's 13 damage with the Overwhelming Barrage. Man, and each official gets an extra toughness with Mon Mothma. Oh, they're racing us and they're doing better than us. Oh, it's so sick though. I mean, our deck did some cool things here. I mean, how do we win? How do we win? How do we win? So we have to go 7 damage here because we can't deal with all these units. Let me do the math here. So 7 here, 2 here. That's 9. And then we have to do 1 here. That's 10. And then we have to do 3 here. 7, 2, 1, 3. Gaming? We're gaming? Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, spy token. Wait, they just claimed. Whoa. I mean, that's crazy to claim, no? That's crazy to claim. I didn't do the math. I should have done the math because I might have been able to win. Let's see. We go 4 damage into base. No. We don't have enough damage to win. All right, we're going to go attach Dengar to something, though. Let's attack. 1 HP left? Is this a game? Is this a gamer moment right here? Is this a gamer moment? Please don't say you have some random unit that's going to be making me really sad. Guys, look at Price. She did so much work this game. The Overwhelming Barrage on Price was so clutch. Oh my gosh, we got there with 1 HP left up against the Mon Mothma. Oh, that was so close. That was so sick. We actually won. Wow. Oh my gosh, that was sick. Alrighty, into the next game here. I forgot to move myself into the little corner. My bad, guys. My bad. Let's keep. I'm going to be ramping. Open fire is probably pretty bad. A resource the strike ship too, I guess. I'm a little bit worried about my opponent. The Turbo Laser Salvo is a card that I'd be very, very scared about here, to be honest. I guess we'll get rid of the First Order TIE Fighter. They're going to resupply. We're also going to resupply. Palpatine, immediate resource here. That's a lot of units. We have to make sure they just don't have Turbo Laser Salvo, but we'll see what they've got here. There's the resupply carrier. So Turbo Laser Salvo is like GG, right? That's the card that we are scared of. I mean, we can... Little bit scary here for sure. We're gonna put our units down. Get in one more damage. Pass. Ooh, Darth Vader could be decent. Because we can deploy Palpatine and put Darth Vader down. I mean, we're going to have a lot of units here. Let's see what they have. Let's see what they have. Let's see what they start with. Relentless. Okay, Relentless isn't actually that scary. I mean, they could have Turbo Laser Salvo, right? That would be the scary card here. I mean, let's just get in with the strike ship for 3. Okay. So now we're safe because we can go deploy price, play using plot. That's a lot of units. That's a lot of units. They took out a spy token, sure. We will hit their resupply carrier. We're going to go Vader on the TIE fighter token, attack base, hit 1 here, deal 1 damage to, I guess, the base. And then we will attack for 4. Turbo Laser Salvo would be the scary card here. That would be a card that obviously would be devastating. Like, no Turbo Laser Salvo, please. One time. No Turbo Laser Salvo. Overwhelming Barrage. Okay, that's good too for them. But it's not as game losing, I suppose. Man, oh, Piet Green, oh, yep, they knock out a bunch of units. Okay, we attack in for 4. Attack in for 2. Wow, they hit the Palp? What? Ooh, there's the Yularen. That's a little bit worrying. I think I have to kill Yularen here. I don't want them healing. Pass. Ooh, another Ruthless Raider. That's a great pickup. Can't hit the Overwhelming Barrage. They have Relentless. Doesn't do anything. Ruthless Raider is great here. That's a great pickup. Can we win? Oh, could I have... No. Governor Price died last turn. I was like, could I have readied something? We're going to go 1 damage in. Ruthless Raider, 2 damage to Piet. That's Ruthless Raider part 2. Ooh, do they have an answer? They need like Ruthless. They need like a Relentless. Or the Walker. Another Ruthless Raider. Oh my gosh. Does that even get past a Reinforcement Walker? It does. Oh. We're gaming. We're so gaming. Haha, you thought you had me. And then I've got Ruthless Raider number 3. Boo! What a great draw, by the way. What a great draw. My opponent is pretty well for themselves as well, but oh my gosh. That was sick. We didn't even get to attack with Price, and we're crushing it, guys. We're crushing it. Alrighty, into the next game, and I mean, we've got ourselves a hand. Whether it's good or not, we're about to find out. Let's go ahead and I think I get rid of the Den Guard. And we're going to be racing the opponent's Sveen, right? I mean, this is a scary game for sure, but I'm not particularly liking our spot considering that our leader deploys 2 turns after their leader. I mean, it is going to be a tough fight here. It's going to be a real big battle. Oh, geez. Yeah, this is a tough matchup. Let's go with the Taylander shuttle. We'll knock out the wing leader. I mean, maybe they'll claim initiative here. Okay, they're not going to. I wouldn't have expected them to, but, you know, wing leader is great here. Deal 1. I mean, we're already basically dead. It's crazy. Yep. I mean, I guess we'll ambush. Oh, resupply could be the game breaker here. Trigger ambush, get a TIE fighter token. Because if we deploy Price, we get Sentinel. on our spy tokens, and then Taylander Shuttle attack is going to generate a spy token here. Rebel Assault. Wow, they're just Rebel Assaulting for 1. They're not deploying Sabine first. Oh, this is close. This is very close, guys. Ooh, oh, they have Jesse? Okay. I don't know if you want to do the Jesse shenanigans, but I'm okay with that. I know I shouldn't have resourced the TIE Bomber because that's the only thing I could play on top of the resupply here, but they're going to hit him for 7. We're deploying Price. That's... Oh, wait, no. Palpatine gives the Sentinels. Oh, no. I didn't do that right. It doesn't matter. I mean, we wouldn't have won anyway. I mean, we could have got an Overwhelming Barrage. No, it wouldn't have killed anything. Yeah, no, our opponent just ran through us. GG. I for some reason I thought the Palpatine or that Price gives Sentinels, but it's Palpatine that gives the Sentinels. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna win that game, anyways. But wow, that was kind of cool. It was setting up. It was setting up for sure. For sure, that was close. Not close, to be honest. It was getting exciting. That's the best way to put it. GG. Alrighty, we've got ourselves a pretty nice hand here. Actually, we've got the Kijimi Patrollers on turn 1 into a Wingman Victor 2 plus TIE Bomber, or potentially just straight up Darth Vader. I don't think I'm gonna go Darth Vader, but you know, we will find out. Okay, I'll resource one of the Wingmans. They got resupply, huh? Ooh. I think what I'll do, yeah, let's go TIE Bomber. And let's go Wingman Victor 2 onto the TIE Fighter. Attack in for 2, attack in for 1, pass. So we can go... Oh, resupply looks good here, actually. I actually really do like resupply here. Ooh, okay. They're going to deploy Piet. They can drop a 7-dropper on us now. Get in with a TIE Bomber, I guess, and we'll see what we decide to do. They're going to take 3 into the Piet, which makes sense. They got Timely Frigate. Interesting. Okay. I think at this spot, I'll just attack, and I will resupply. So I think the way we win here is by getting down this price. Ooh, another Vader. Probably not great. No plots, no Palpatines to deploy, but might be able to do something here. Ooh, Fulminatrix. I mean, this doesn't do anything, so sure, I guess. I'll get in with the Kijimi Patrollers. I'm kind of hoping that they'll kill off my... Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping. Fantastic, because now we can go Vader with piloting onto the TIE Fighter. We attack in for 4. We can deal 1, I guess, to the... I mean, it doesn't matter. Not really. We're kind of in a racing situation. So we're going to ready up. Then we're going to deploy Price to get the extra power. Then strike ship. Then attack in, create a spy token. Then attack in again for a little bit of extra damage. And then pass. So my opponent here... They could technically just attack with both units, and then we're dead. So it's like, we needed to draw something here. Because they just attack with Frigate and then Fulminatrix, and it's over. Planetary Bombardment. Yeah, we'll do it like that. That's a big mistake for my opponent. They should have just attacked. Because now it's GG. If they attack with Fulminatrix, or I would have attacked with MC-30 Assault Frigate first, and then they attack with Fulminatrix, it's over. I suppose we could have had Overwhelming Barrage, where that would have been a very tricky play, and they went with the Planetary Bombardment instead. But I think if I had at that point... a Overwhelming Barrage. Like, let's say they attack with MC-30 and then I am forced to go Overwhelming Barrage. Then they play Planetary Bombardment. You know, that gives them an extra action to play with. Because we would have taken 9 damage into the base. Let's see. I don't know if that would have won either, though. Because we would have been able to... You know, to associate more damage into our price. It would have been close. I mean, they just attack with Fulminatrix, I think, or MC30 first, no matter what, just because the Planetary Bombardment doesn't really do anything. We have so many units, we just spread the damage out as we see fit, which is nice. But wow, Price, we're getting in some damage here, guys. I like it. Alrighty, next up we've got Data Vault Satine. I'm gonna keep this hand. I like the Taylander Shuttle in this hand. Resource a Silencer and the Darth Vader. I'm just gonna go TIE Bomber. I know I could go Silencer, just guarantee damage, but I think in this case, getting extra damage onto their units, because I'm assuming they're gonna, well, they'll probably go maybe they go all 3 to base with the Chandrillin sponsor to start off with. So maybe we went with a, not necessarily amazing starting unit. I mean, it doesn't really matter because they can just take 3 and the TIE Silencer would have been the exact same, outcome. So that's okay. Taylander Shuttle. Let's see if they claim. Okay, they have a Concord Dawn Interceptors. That's actually really solid for them. Okay. What do I want to do here? I think I just have to go with Darth Vader and then hope they don't have like Fel the Dragon. Because if I attack with Taylander Shuttle, it's really bad for us. I mean, I feel like we're just losing super hard right now. We are just losing mega hard right now is kind of how I'm feeling. So we're going to do our best to try to get some value here. Okay, they are going to attack. We will deal 1 damage to the Chandrillin sponsor. We'll create a spy token. We'll see if they knock out the spy token. I'd be surprised if they didn't just kill the spy token, to be honest. But we'll see what they decide to do. Okay, they're going to play Sundari Peacekeeper. Ooh, that is a lot of restoring. I mean, they're going all in on the restore here for sure. Probably knock out the spy token is what I would think they would do. Yep, there goes the spy token. They'll heal up 1 damage from the Chandrillin sponsor. Totally makes sense. Everything that they just did makes a lot of sense. I guess TIE Ambush Squadron isn't the greatest, but neither is this Wingman Victor 2. I mean, the Scramble Fighters could be legendary. Let's go with Taylander Shuttle attack. I guess I'll deal 1 damage to the Sundari Peacekeeper because I'm looking to open fire the Sundari Peacekeeper, so I'm expecting them not to use the action here. So we will be able to knock out that Sundari Peacekeeper. Worked kind of exactly how he wanted it to. They're going to be able to deploy Satine, though, and just start restoring immense amounts of HP. This Chandrillin sponsor is good. It is a good card. I mean, especially in like a game like this. Oh my gosh, is it a dumb card? We're probably just going to deploy double Palpatine here with the price when we deploy, because that's going to create so many spy tokens. Mandalorian armor on the Satine as well. Okay, I mean that is a little scary for sure. Okay, let's get rid of the TIE Ambush Squadron. I think I just deploy Price and I go Palpatine using plot, Palpatine using plot, kill one of them, and that's 1 million different spy tokens. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, guys, that is a lot of spy tokens. It's just cool to have that many spy tokens on the battlefield. I mean, they're gonna start knocking these out with the Chandrillin sponsor. We'll see what they have. I mean, they can have 1 million different cards. I'm kind of hoping to knock out the Chandrillin sponsor here, but we are just going to start with an attack into the Moisture Farmer. I mean, we're just going to start getting rid of units, I guess. Scramble Fighters can give an additional 8 power to our price whenever we so choose, which is really nice. And then we could potentially one-shot the Satine. I don't know. I mean, it really depends. They have so much restore here that it is really tough to get a lot of value going. Okay, let's go ahead and create a spy token. We do get to get rid of the shield off of Satine with that attack. They got Dark Saber. Okay, so that is a very different look than what I was necessarily expecting. We have another Palpatine that we could deploy here. That is an 11 powered price. I mean, do I go Palp again to create more tokens? I mean, honestly, I think I do. Because it's going to give him Sentinel. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I'm going to be honest, guys. Yeah, let's just attack into the Captain Typho, I guess. Get ourselves another spy token. I mean, this is a little bit of a weird game, to say the least. All right, let's attack it with Taylander Shuttle, create a spy token, deal 1 damage over to the Chandrillin sponsor. Okay. We can knock out the Chandrillin sponsor now. Kill off another token. We'll hit 1 into the axe. Play out the ISB shuttle, create a new token here. They'll divvy up damage how they see fit. We'll deal 2 into axe, 2 into axe, and then we'll just hit base here. Okay, Hondo. Is Hondo going to do some work here? I know I could get a massively powered up price. Oh, man. Okay. Is this a Hondo gaming moment? That is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, Hondo just dies to the Satine is the only thing. So I guess we'll start with an attack in with Taylander Shuttle. Because I don't want Hondo to die is the only thing. So I know I'm missing out on raid 1, but yeah. Now we play Hondo? Is Hondo gaming? Hondo's a gamer. Oh my gosh. Hondo's going to do so much work here. Look at this damage from Hondo. It is 1, 2. It is essentially 9 additional damage, which allows us to win the game here. Hondo Gaming, GG to our opponent. Lots of restoring going on our opponent's side of the battlefield, but we got there with that. That was absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Alrighty, into the next game here. We got ourselves a good hand. I mean, this is pretty nice. Palpatine going to the resource pile. Wingman Victor 2, I think, is going to be the resource, because we're just going to go Kijimi Patrollers into potentially Darth Vader, but we will see where we go from there. I mean, Open Fire is obviously a very scary potential card that they could have. I'm going to attack in for 1 here, and I may just resupply Fallen Lightsaber. All right, let's go Vader on the TIE Fighter then. Get in for 4, deal 1 to the Kylo, and then we'll pass. Another resupply. Not my favorite pickup here, but I'd be worried about... Oh my gosh, there's a lot of Fallen Lightsabers. Clearly, they've got one single game plan today, and that is to kill us with a bunch of Fallen Lightsabers. All right, let's get in for 1 here. I mean, I don't know how we come back from an aggressive start like this, but we're going to try our best here. Pass. Yeah, let's go Strike Ship as the resource here. That is a tricky one. That is a tricky one for sure. Okay, they're just gonna attack. I think what we do here is deploy Price. And I mean, they have hidden on Third Sister, so they're probably gonna be like, oh yeah, I can just deploy. But then we can knock it out with the Overwhelming Barrage. Okay, so they're gonna pass. We will attack in for 1. We will attack in for 4 here. Let's go with Wingman Victor 2 with piloting. Haha, and we've got ya. 4, 2. Not bad. Not bad at all. They passed. We basically just got a bunch of free actions, which is cool. Not that we're in a great spot still, because, I mean, they could have any sort of unit here. If they play like any unit, we kind of have to hope that we get an Overwhelming Barrage, right? That's like our hope. So, fingers crossed, I guess. What do you have, opponent? What do you have? Hu Yang. Well, Hu Yang's not quite there enough. I mean, we do have to kill off the Kylo. We'll pass, and we'll see if they have anything that's going to win the game here. Phase 3 Dark Trooper. Interesting. Oh, man. What do I do here? So I think I attack first. Oh, it's so close. I know it's super awkward, but oh, they have Darth Maul's lightsaber. Okay, GG. They happen to have another upgrade. I was hoping that they didn't have it, but they had it. So good game, good game, good game. That was a fun one. All right, into our final game today. Been a fun one today. It's been an absolute blast. Let's mulligan that first hand into not a fantastic one to follow up. I'm going to resource this TIE Ambush Squadron. I'm going to go with the turn 1 First Order TIE Fighter. It's not a fantastic card by any means, but we're going to play it. Double yellow Padme is the reason why this is a horrible start, is because a First Order TIE Fighter just dies. So now they could go R2, discard a card, kill my First Order TIE Fighter. So very, very bad start. And, you know, sometimes you just lose. So that might be this game. We'll see. We'll see. They're going to be able to knock out my unit. Cool, 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 cool. There's my Wingman Victor 2, although I don't know if that's really going to do a whole lot. I mean, I think I'm just going to go resupply. Not that that's an inspired play by any means, but, you know, maybe we can do something later. They're not going to be able to at least use their action. Haha, gotcha, opponent. You know, you can't use your Padme action because we got no units to kill. Haha. Unmasking the conspiracy. Wait, what? Yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, that is a gaming moment. That is a gaming moment. They probably take OB? Okay, no, they're going to take... Sure. Ruthless Raider makes sense. I think Ruthless Raider makes a lot of sense. They got Favorable Delegate as well. Wow. Really, really solid hand, actually, from my opponent. They kind of got everything here. Kind of got everything. I really do like the Padmes, to be honest. I think it's a pretty awesome sort of deck to be playing. What do you've got, opponent? They've got Favorable Delegate attack. We're going to go ahead and just put a Wingman Victor 2 on the TIE Fighter. Get another token down. Obviously, all the bounce effects that I'm imagining they have, like Cunning, for example, are going to be not good because they can just defeat our tokens straight up. So we'll see what they have. A new adventure. So they're going to replay the R2 to knock out my TIE Fighter. Discarding the Velsartha. Sure. Really cool stuff from my opponent, to be honest. Yep, knock out the TIE Fighter token. Sure. Favorable Delegate part 2. Sure. Ooh. What a great draw. What a great draw. Boom. Here comes a million tokens, I suppose. Price coming in. I mean, they're going to be able to start knocking these out with some discards. But I think, you know, with favorable delegates on the battlefield in this spot, I mean, making them discard their hand is going to be pretty good for us. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Cunning. Cunning's great. What a disgusting card. Someone stop this player from playing that disgusting card. Oh, they make us discard. Wow, and they got the Vader, which is the one play I wanted to make this turn. Sure. Absolutely gross. Just gross. Cunning is so dumb. What a dumb card. So someone stop me from complaining here. Yeah, let's just knock out a favorable delegate, I guess. Make them discard. I know they can knock out like a battle droid token, but they're able to do that regardless. Qui-Gon Jinn going into the discard pile. Let's see if they deploy Padme. If they do, we just Overwhelming Barrage it. Well, not anymore. They probably take out the spy token, to be honest. Espion. Wait, Charwood. What does this do? They're gonna take a card from our hand. Nice. Oh, very cool. Goodbye, last card in hand. It's a new adventure. Sure. All right, let's get in for 2 here. And we'll see what my opponent decides to do. Get in for another 2. Claim initiative. I mean, they're killing all my units. That's fine. That's fine. It is what it is. Don't resource anything here, actually. Because this is going to be a 5 power, so 7 power, so it's going to be able to knock out both these units. Great. Overrun Barrage looks great here. We got 6, 1. Boom. Zori Bliss. Yeah, I'll just kill out Zori Bliss, to be honest. The Governor Price lives still, so we're going to be able to deploy a unit as well. Get a spy token. I mean, honestly, everything's looking good for us now. I like our position in the game, but things could shift. You know, Qui-Gon here would be pretty good. Unmasking the conspiracy to kill off my Price. I mean, that's risky, because yes, you get to discard a card from our hand, but you have to discard your own card. I mean, that's tough, right? So, I mean, like, yes, you kill Price, but who cares? They got Darth Vader as the target, and that makes sense to me. We'll hit in with our spy token, and let's see what else you got for 6 resources. They've got Pirated Starfighter. I don't think that works how you want it to. Sure. Yeah. All right. Ooh, Scramble Fighters. Let's go. We can do nothing with that. Honestly, a fun game up against Double Yellow Padme. We did our thing. They kind of did their thing. And we had a bad start, but I like the thought process. You just run out of cards so quickly. I mean, that was the tricky part, right? With Unmasking the Conspiracy, you run out of cards very quickly. Favorable Delegate, draw a card. Sure. Let's just get in with the Strike Ship. That's 3 powered. Pirated Starfighter. Yep. I mean, they can do this all day. We are just going to kill them. Mandalorian. Wow. GG. Well played to our opponent. Not bad. Alrighty, so what did we learn with I'm gonna say General Price, but Governor Price? Honestly, it was absolutely sick. We did not get to play the Scramble Fighters in any of these games to get an absolutely massive price, but we did have games where we played multiple Palpatines in a turn, had like an 11 to 12 powered Price that did do some good work. Do I think this is a viable strategy? Not particularly. I mean, our opponents just have so many ways to interact with the deck. I do think the resupply was really clutch in a lot of the games. It makes me want to play the Super Laser Technician. Just being able to get Price down a turn early is really, really important. Not to mention, if you do have the Super Laser Technician at the right time, you can get up to that 6 resources where you actually do have 6 resources available to you. Whereas a lot of the times where we resupplied, we only had 5 resources available to us. Because, you know, resupplying, I mean, I guess if you play Super Laser Technician at the same time that you resupply on like turn 4, for example, you're still at, you know, you can't even deploy Price in that spot. But my point is, getting Price down early is really, really important. If this is a 5 to deploy leader, I could see this being an actually big threat. The fact that it's 6 to deploy really hinders it a lot. Obviously, the clutch card, Palpatine has been an absolutely bonkers card in a lot of the decks. Like, it is like one of the only reasons why the decks function. We got to see Hondo absolutely pop off up against that Satine player. We did the triple Ruthless Raider draw back to back to back, which is insane in one of those games. And we did get to do some cool things with readying up a unit and some of the pilots that we had, like Darth Vader, or even Wingman Victor 2. I wish there were some more, you know, ways to generate space tokens. I think this is all space deck, and then you deploy Price with Palpatine as Sentinel backup. I think that would be a really, really strong list. The problem is that, like, Taylander Shuttle or ISB Shuttle both generate ground tokens, and that's not actually all that great for us. If we were to have, like, this generates a TIE Fighter token, like Taylander Shuttle generates a TIE Fighter token, I think it'd actually be way stronger in our deck. And the reason I say that is because, you know, we are so space focused in the rest of it because we need to generate TIE Fighter tokens like the Kijimi Patrollers or Wingman Victor 2 or even Taylander Shuttle and ISB Shuttle. These are space units in of themselves, or even TIE Ambush Squadron, right? We don't want to split up and put our 0-2s in the ground arena when we're all space focused. That allows our opponent to actually interact with our board and remove the tokens. But if you just have Palpatine and Price, that gives you a flip turn where you deploy a bunch of tokens in one turn, still get to attack with Price because of the Sentinel, and then most likely going to be able to attack with Price on the following turn. So I really wish we had more, you know, space token generation. And I'm still waiting for the day where Scramble Fighter is going to do something sweet for us, but not today, I suppose. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you all for the next one.